Keep it going one more time. For me. Keep it going for me. And only me. Because I'm insecure and I need your love like my uncle used to give me. Come on. And that means everyone here should finger me. Alright, so it's good to be here in the Fat Cave. This is one of my favorite shows at the festival to do, and it's good to be here on Bogan Week. And you know it's Bogan Week when I was just out at the traffic light and there was a guy on a scooter and another guy ran up behind him and picked up the back of his scooter so that he could do a burnout at the traffic light. And people were fucking hooting and hollering like, woo! And then they all went back to their trailers and fucked their sisters. It's good to be here. I quit drinking before I came here, which I found out is against the law. Yeah, I didn't know that, Australia. You guys are fucking retarded. But yeah, you're drinking. It's like a law here. And I'm back now. Trust me, I'm back. But I gave up drinking for a whole year. It's funny when you quit drinking. When you quit drinking, everybody wants to know why you quit. Nobody ever wanted to know why I drank. As soon as you quit drinking, they all assume you have a problem, and I didn't have a problem, I just quit, and I got sick of the questions. So I came up with an answer, nobody would ever ask a question again. They're like, hey, why'd you quit drinking? I'm like, I used to get hammered and fuck kids. Like, you need a babysitter, I'm available anytime. Just lock up the liquor cabinet or shit gets crazy. When you quit drinking, you start drinking a lot of coffee, too. And I heard that the fastest way to wake up in the morning is with a big cup of black coffee. And I think there's a faster way. And I think that's with a big black cock in your ass. That'll wake you up and that'll keep you up. And there's not a snooze button on that, just a lot of blood. Okay, all right, stick with me here. So I was having sex with a girl for this joke, and immediately afterwards she cried like they all do, and she did, and she was crying. She's like, "Oh my God, I have something to tell you. You don't want to hear that after you fucked a girl." And I go, "What?" And she goes, "I have cancer." And I was like, "Well, that's not contagious. That's a you problem, not a we problem." She had cervical cancer, so she had like tumors. Tighter. Don't ooh until you've tried it. When I found out it was cancer, I was like, I shouldn't have worn a condom. No, I actually, like people go, you don't use condoms? I'm like, people in Mexico can drink the water. No, I took the condom off after I fucked this girl, and I rolled it in tissue paper and threw it in the trash can because I have plumbing problems because a big dumper. And I went back to bed, and 2 minutes later, I'm lying in bed and I hear my dog go. And I go running in, and there's tissue paper everywhere, condoms gone. And I'm like, oh my God, my dog ate a condom. And I love my dog, so I called the vet and I called the emergency hotline. And I'm like, oh my God, my dog ate a condom. And the vet goes, was it on you? And I'm like, why does that matter? And he's like, I'm just curious. But he goes, here's what you have to do. You have to follow your dog around and you have to make sure that it shits out the condom or you're going to have it operated on. So I'm like doing everything to make my dog shit. I'm like following her around. I'm like making her watch Fox News. And I'm following her around, and we're in the dog park the next day, and I never meet chicks in the dog park, but this day I meet like 2 hot supermodels, and I'm like standing next to them, and they're like, oh my God, you're so funny, we should fuck you. And my dog, or as I call her now, Cockblocker, comes over. She usually shits in the woods, but this time she's like, I got it. Squats right in front of us, drops it like it's hot, shit comes out, condom pops out like a torpedo, shoots out, drops right on top, like the cherry on top of a sundae, or a 2 girls, 1 cup, as I like to call it. And I'm sitting there looking at it, and I'm looking at it, the girls are looking at it, people in the park are looking at it, I'm looking at them, the dog's laughing, And I think I said the worst thing you can say in this awkward situation. I just went, oh, I don't use condoms. So, I've never fisted a girl. What? I never have. So judgmental. All I said is I never have. If I was like, I've never stabbed a retarded boy, would you be like, I can't believe he hasn't done that? No, I've never fisted a girl, but one time I punched a girl in the cunt. And that's only because it smelled like Mike Tyson. So, I was talking to my midget friend yesterday. I have a real life midget friend, and he told me there's one advantage to being a midget, and that is when you fly, every seat is first class. But my midget friend does not like to be called a midget. He says that's the most offensive thing you can call a little person. And I'm like, what about nigger midget? I'm pretty sure that's way more offensive. How dare you think that your M-word is worse than the N-word? It's not like your people were ever enslaved, except in The Wizard of Oz. So what do you guys want to do now? Speaking of black people, I went to Africa this year. A lot of black people in Africa. I don't know if you've ever been there. My God, are there black people there. If you're a white guy and you're afraid of black people, don't go to Africa. Because every neighborhood is that neighborhood. But it was, what's fucked up about Africa, 1 in 4 people have AIDS there, and I know I was the ignorant American because I was shaking hands with them after the show. I was like, 1, 2, 3, nope. Up high, down low, in the middle, too slow, AIDSy, way too slow. Maybe if you were healthy, you could have caught that one. But like malaria is even worse there. Like everybody dies from malaria, but you're supposed to take pills. That's what you do. But they didn't tell us to take them. And we got there. They're like, did you take your malaria pills? I'm like, no. They're like, you're going to die. Great. They're like, or you can take this shot. And they give us this big syringe shot. They're like, eh. And I'm like, what's that? He goes, it's for malaria. I go, what is it? He goes, it's a little bit of malaria. I go, you're going to give me malaria? He goes, just a little bit. I go, why would you do that? He goes, because then you build up an immunity to it and you won't get it. And I was like, cool. Can you give me a little bit of AIDS? Just fuck me a little bit. Just come on my back and let it drip down. I don't know about you guys, but I think you probably like Dancing with the Stars. I prefer Dancing with the Tards. It's a lot like Dancing with the Stars, but they don't really dance. They just, there's a lot of hugging and cuddling and wrestling over the M&Ms from craft services. So I'm not good with the ladies. I had... No, you don't know why? Well, it's a long story. It's because I'm Catholic. I'm really Catholic. I was even molested. And, no, I was thinking about choosing a religion. You ever try to do that? I was like, do I want to be Muslim, Mormon, or Amish? All of them you get to abuse women, but one of them you end up with butter. And I've never hit a woman this week. But, no, I've never hit a woman. My dad always told me never, ever hit a woman. Ever. What you do is you hire another woman to hit that woman. And then you watch and gamble. It's a lot more fun.